Yo, what is up, guys? Can you hear me? So, crossing the bridge. Crossing the bridge. Look at some notes real quick. So, crossing the bridge. The difficulties of being a Christian. We worship a God that we don't see with the naked eye. We long to live in a kingdom we've never been to. Therefore, we have find ourselves more focused on our earthly problems than on heavenly solutions. So crossing the bridge. That's the bridge right here. There's natural, then faith, then supernatural. The bridge is the faith. So to go to faith, to natural, to have faith, to supernatural, you want to go from natural to supernatural. And you have to have faith to go from natural to supernatural. Now we worship a God that we don't see with a naked eye, which it's hard to have faith when you can't see him, and you can't see the kingdom, but you know what it is. So to be in a natural and supernatural encounter, you have to have faith. Now faith brings in beauty, restoration, and forgiveness, and truth, and believing. So as long as you, let's say, as long as you do the right thing and do what you're supposed to do and keep advancing, doing God's will and doing what you need to do to get to that point, you will cross the bridge from natural to supernatural. Natural is just regular faith, and then supernatural is just out of this world faith. This the supernatural gift. Natural, you and it's up to God's timing to get to that point. It's on God's timing to get to that point. So God has built a bridge from natural to supernatural. Believing in the supernatural in storm is hard. So when you're in the storm, while you're in the storm and you're fighting, fighting to get to the point of supernatural, it's going to be hard because you're in the storm. You're in the storm fighting. We're paralyzed by addiction, depression times to make faith a journey. We're paralyzed by the addiction, depression time to make faith a journey. Where so it's like we're stuck in a addiction and depression, and we can't make that faith journey because we're stuck in our worldly ways, and we want to get past that ways, and we want to make faith make the faith journey. See, having faith is doing the right thing. Now, I remember I do the right thing, but as long as you do the right thing and keep going to the point where you can keep advancing and motivating and keep doing what you're supposed to do, you'll make that journey and you'll keep going and you keep fighting. As long as you don't fall into addiction. And when you fall into addiction, that's when your faith starts to rocking and it starts to get away. Your faith goes away a little bit. Cause yeah, you're still gonna have faith while you're still in addiction, but it's not gonna be as strong as it would be without the addiction. The same Jesus who calmed the storm has the power to break your chains. Literally, when they were on the boat, it says in Matthew and Luke, when they were on the boat and the boat was rocking and there was a storm was like was like the storm was hard. It was raining hard. There was lightning everywhere. They told Jesus, "Get up," and he was like, "You have little faith." Jesus went up, was like, "Stop, storm, stop," and the storm instantly stopped. Just instantly stopped. The same Jesus who calmed the storm has the power to break your chains. Who calmed the storm has the power to break your chains. You have to have faith in order to break those chains, and he will break those chains as long as you have faith. Faith as little as a mustard seed. The littlest faith will get you. That's all you need is faith as little as a mustard seed, and you will. You will. You'll be there. Faith is always an action. Faith is an action. Lay your hand on the sick and they will be healed. Lay your hand on the sick and they will be healed. Jesus laid his hand on the sick. Someone touched Jesus' tarp and got healed. And because she believed that she was going to get healed if she touched his tarp. She was like, "No, if I just touch his tarp, I'm going to be healed." And they were healed. So, supernatural, natural faith to supernatural. Supernatural. From natural to supernatural. My youth leader was talking about this. He was in a church he never seen before. He never been at before. He just went to this church just to go, and his brothers were with him, and he went. This pastor was praying, talking about this lady. He was like, "Oh, come here." He grabbed her arm and then was talking to her, and then he went up to the pastor. He was like, "Build your house" or something like that, or yeah, "Build your house" or something like that. And then the new leader was like, "Build your house, what?" And then he came up to him. He was like, "You're gonna find a house. You're gonna build your house and make it advance." And then he was looking for a house, and he was working with God's faith, looking for a house, because he was looking for a house that was good, that didn't have leaks, that wasn't leaking anywhere. The basement was good, nothing coming down, breaking or anything. And he was like, "All right, is this the house?" And he was thinking in his head, like, "This can't be the house. Nope, this is not the one." And then he was like, "No, that one's not the house. That one's not the house." But something inside, he found the house, and something inside was like, "Yeah, this is the house. This is the one." And he looked, he checked, he was like, "Yep, this is the one." And then he went outside. He was like, "All right, I'm about to finalize this stuff." And his neighbors came, and they were like, "Oh, we got stuff for you. We got all this. They gave him a name brand lawnmower, some clothes, some furniture and stuff. And I'd say neighbors helping out, that's like a supernatural gift, you know? Because he thought of that as a supernatural gift, and he got on his knees and thanked God that happened, you know. But I'm gonna tell you, like I was told this. When you feel like you don't need God is when you need him the most. When you feel like you don't need God is when you need him the most. Like you can't control you can control what you do. You can control anything you do, and you can control all what you do and how you do it, and it's up to you to figure out what to do and how to do it. And what's it called? It's really up to you to figure out what you want to do in life and how you want to do it. And you having faith in God is good, you know, sticking to his words and sticking to his prayers stick it to your prayers and His word and what you're supposed to do and do what you're supposed to do, you will achieve greatness. But yeah, you just gotta keep going and keep pushing and just try to get the devil out. See, with me, I gotta fight the flesh. I'm fighting the flesh. I fight with the flesh all the time. And it's not like, oh, it's a daily thing. I gotta fight with it all the time and stuff. It's just once in a while, I'll be scrolling through Instagram. I see a girl on Instagram, girl, what's it called? Insta OnlyFans model or something on Instagram. Just scroll, or even a girl from school back in the day when I was in school. Back in the day when I was in school, I look at a girl when I'm in school. I'm like, oh snap, she look good now. I don't remember you looking like that back in the day. Hey, you got bigger, you got thicker, girl. But no, I'll be like, no, but for real, man. And then I just be on, and then I gotta fight the flesh. I gotta fight the flesh. I'll be like, no, don't don't freaking think like that, man. Think positive. Don't think negative, man. Think positive. She's doing good for herself. She don't need a guy like you. She she doing good for herself. She trying to get better. She trying to do her own thing. It's just gotta focus on the right things. Focus on the right things and focus on what you're supposed to be focusing on. Don't let your mind. Don't let your phone control you. Don't let the internet control you. You control it. You control it. You can't let things control you. You can't let something control you. You gotta have control over yourself. You need to take control over yourself and try to fix yourself and make yourself better. And that comes with time. Timing, it takes time to get back in shape and get back into what you need to do to get to where you need to go. And what you need to do is fix yourself and get better and try to achieve what you need to achieve. Because you only get one life, and you might as well make it positive and make your heaven, the heaven that you're going to, make that heaven into the best place you're ever going to be at, because you're going to be in heaven where it's going to be beautiful with rivers flowing, all types of different types of people, and you can think of whatever you think, eating from the tree of life. Like, it's beautiful. You can imagine, you can create whatever you want to create. You can become whatever you can do what you want, and you don't have to worry. You don't have to think. You don't have to work. It's just beautiful, and you gotta make your heaven beautiful. So I'll see you guys. Thank you guys. Peace out.